We lost one of our key players in our center, Robert Schrock. He graduated last year, but for the most part, our offensive line is going to consist of the same people. And our Coach O'Neill does a really good job of getting us, trained with film. We do a lot of drills that kind of lead into how the game's going to go every week. And really, honestly, it's just we study that film. We do these drills so we can move as one unit instead of our saying is, we want to act as a nickel rather than 5 shiny pennies, so we want to be one unit. And I think that translates well when you talk about rushing yards a game and not giving up a lot of sacks. I feel like that's why we perform well in the run game. That game against Adams State where Connor Cervera broke the D2 single yard rushing record, and something like that's really special. Like, it's really cool to be a part of that large of a scale of of achievement. And when we can go into any game and rush for 200 yards and run the ball when we want to, if the game works the way we want to and we're able to run the ball when we have to versus when we need to, it kind of makes the whole game run better. It's real big. It makes you feel proud when you can rush for 200 yards against a team like if you go up against Pueblo and you run for 200 yards, that's a pretty good accomplishment for that game. I think that's just kind of a focus thing. I mean, we take it as a business trip, but sometimes we're not. When we get to the facilities, we might be tired from the trip or have this excuse or that excuse. I think we need to come together more as a team and treat it like a football game, like it is, and have that focus to come out strong and then to finish hard. And that's something I think if we can do those things, we'll be really successful on the road. The past, I've been here for 4 years and I've played for 3 of them. I had 1 year off as an injury for a red shirt, but when I first got here, we had 1 offensive line coach, and then we got a new one for the spring, and then we had another new one for the fall, and then we have the one we've had for the better part of 3 years now who's still here. So learning all the different techniques, each coach has a different way of how you block, this kind of style, this kind of scheme, and learning all those different schemes in the first 2 years of being a college player helps you learn different techniques, learn different schemes. Your football IQ goes up when you run things a little differently. So I take it a personal part to try to take what I know and what I've learned from those coaches and show that to the younger guys, whether it's, maybe you should try this kind of footwork on this play rather than doing a kick slide, maybe you do a jump set, that kind of thing. And I feel like that's how I'm a leader, as I try to do the drill work right and, kind of lead by example, not so much lead by what you say. And then personally this year I'd like to grow and, maintain and be as healthy as I can throughout the whole season. Well, not to make it incorrect, when I first got here, Coach Collins was the coach, and then the next 3 years were with Coach Tink. But yeah, he's an incredible offensive-minded coach. It's been really, being a part of these high-caliber, fast-paced offenses is something that's really cool when you can score a lot of points, have a lot of yards, and really go up to a team and put their defense and make them challenged. And, that's playing under Coach Tink as on the football field is awesome, but at the same time, he's a great coach off the field. If you ever need anything, you can always go to him. He helps you with academics, anything you need. He's a great resource for you, helps build you and your life, not so much just on the football field. One of our big sayings, I guess, would be you're gonna run into those hard parts, face adversity, those kind of things. And football, we talk about, this might be adversity where you're down in a game and it's raining and your arm hurts or whatever, and you got to overcome that. But he's real keen on talking to us about there's going to be those points in your life where you just lose a job and the money's not coming in. You got to stick through it, and we have a saying, be a man and get through it. And I feel like that instills kind of like a deep motivation and want to succeed in anything you do. And he's really highlighted on how we can be better players off the field as young men and husbands, dads, and that stuff in the future, which I think is really important. I hope to leave like a lasting legacy, be known as one of those guys that came in and changed the way our program does certain things. We were never really a big running team, but now we're kind of transitioning to be a heavy running and passing, and it's kind of nice to be part of that group that allows us to take steps forward on not only the offense but as a team. And I feel like if I can leave a lasting impact on the type of player I am, the type of person I am, on the younger guys and on the coaches, I feel like that's a successful season for me.